Hey learners, welcome back to Edu Intern Voyage. Your learning journey starts.
Company Law. Unit 1 Introduction to Company Law. 2 Marks Questions and Answers. 1 Define a company. A company is an artificial person created by law and has a separate legal entity from its members. It is incorporated under the Companies Act, 2013 and enjoys perpetual succession. Related Act, Section 220, Companies Act, 2013. 2. What are the characteristics of a company? A company has a separate legal entity, perpetual succession, common seal, and limited liability of members. It can own property and enter into contracts in its own name. Example, Infosys Ltd. 3. What is separate legal entity? A company is recognized as a legal person distinct from its shareholders and directors. It can sue or be sued in its own name. Example, Salomon v. Salomon & Co. Limited, 1897. 4. What is perpetual succession? Perpetual succession means the company continues to exist regardless of the death, insolvency, or retirement of its members. The company's life is independent of its members. Example, a company continues even if all shareholders change. 5. What is limited liability? The liability of shareholders is limited to the unpaid amount on the shares held by them. Their personal assets are not liable for company debts. Example, a shareholder holding 10,000 Indian rupees shares is liable only up to that amount. 6. What is lifting the corporate veil? Lifting the corporate veil means disregarding the separate legal entity of a company to identify the persons responsible for wrongdoing. Courts do this in cases of fraud or tax evasion. Example, when directors misuse the company for illegal purposes. 7. State one circumstance in which the corporate veil may be lifted. The corporate veil may be lifted when a company is formed to commit fraud or evade taxes. In such cases, courts identify the real persons behind the company. Example, tax evasion by promoters. 8. What is a partnership? A partnership is an association of 2 or more persons who agree to carry on a business and share its profits. It is governed by the Indian Partnership Act, 1932. Example, a firm of chartered accountants. 9. What is a limited liability partnership, LLP? An LLP is a business organization that combines the benefits of partnership and limited liability. The liability of partners is limited to their agreed contribution. Related Act, Limited Liability Partnership Act, 2008. 10. What is a chartered company? A chartered company is established under a royal charter granted by a monarch. Such companies were common during the colonial period. Example, East India Company. 11. What is a statutory company? A statutory company is formed by a special act passed by Parliament or a state legislature. Its powers and functions are defined in that act. Example, Life Insurance Corporation, LIC. 12. What is a registered company? A registered company is incorporated under the Companies Act and registered with the Registrar of Companies. Most companies in India belong to this category. Example, Tata Consultancy Services Ltd. 13. What is a company limited by shares? In this type of company, the liability of members is limited to the unpaid amount on their shares. It is the most common form of company. Example, Reliance Industries Ltd. 14. What is a company limited by guarantee? A company limited by guarantee is one where members undertake to contribute a fixed amount in case of winding up. Such companies are usually formed for non-profit purposes. Example, charitable associations. 15. What is an unlimited company? An unlimited company is one in which members have unlimited liability for the debts of the company. Their personal assets may be used to meet company obligations. Related Act, Companies Act, 2013. 16. What is a private company? A private company restricts the transfer of shares and limits the number of members. It cannot invite the public to subscribe to its shares. Related Act, Section 268, Companies Act, 2013. 17. What is a public company? A public company can offer its shares to the general public and may be listed on a stock exchange. It requires a minimum of 7 members. Related Act, Section 271, Companies Act, 2013. 18. What is a one-person company, OPC? An OPC is a company that has only one member. It provides the benefits of a company structure to individual entrepreneurs. Related Act, Section 262, Companies Act, 2013.
If you are a BCom student who wants simple, clear, and reliable study content, subscribe to Edu Intern Voyage, like the videos, and start your learning journey today.